So I was in the shower a couple minutes ago, right? And I came to a very shocking realization. Everybody that I know has less bread than a northern Jamaican village. And that includes me. So after I came to that thought, I did what any sensible man would do. I laid and cried in the shower and contemplated about how I was the first sperm cell to reach my mom's egg after cartwheeling out of my dad's nutsack. Then I thought, hey, there's no need to be sad. I only need to come up with ways to tell the boys and my family about how to acquire that guap. So I did what any sensible man would do at that point as well. I went into my room, went into my closet, and begged and prayed to my Jungkook shrine that he could tell me how to acquire that guap. And boy, oh boy, did he give me answers. Now, instead of usually being the selfish little dickhead that I am, I decided that I would share with you the top 10 ways of how to get that bag. Now, since this is a top 10 video, there's no need to fuck around like a virgin on prom night. So let's go in raw and no rubber with number 10. Now, coming in at the 10th best way to get money, well, it's get a fucking job. Now, I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you're so fucking lazy that your meat flaps are starting to stick to the white sofa that you turned orange from all the Cheeto dust. So if that's the case, this may not be the most viable option for you. Unless you're able to pull a Nikado avocado where you're literally paid to stuff your fucking face and act like a man-child on camera. But even then, if you're watching this, you're still probably far too lazy for even that job. In fact, you probably burned 50 fucking calories just by clicking on this video. But with that being said, let's move on to number 9. The 9th best way to get money 100% has to be signing up for a welfare check. And signing up for a welfare check is as easy as going to court, saying you're poor, and bada bang bada boom, you just made $1,000. And even if they check your financial stability just to make sure that you're qualified for a welfare check, don't even sweat it, because we both know if you're watching this video, you opened your wallet today and found a moth fly- Oh, wait, never mind, I forgot. You couldn't afford a fucking wallet, and instead you went for that roast ham to feed your family. Now let's move on to number 8. Insurance fraud. Now, I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that if you're a woman, you already have this strategy in the bag, so I'm just gonna go ahead and help my fellow men out with a few tips. Step 1. Now this may seem a little far-fetched, but I guarantee you it is worth it. Stalk a very rich person. Now you may be saying, how the fuck does this correlate to insurance fraud? Well, let me explain. If you stalk them, you can look at their car and see if they have a dash cam or not. If they have a dash cam, you're basically fucked and you're gonna have to move on to another person. If they don't, you are all set. Now basically all you have left to do in this strategy is wait for the guy to drop his 3 children off at school and find out where he works. After you know where he works, go to the road that goes to his work, and then, well, I can't put this simply enough, sprint into his fucking car. Now the reason why this isn't higher up on the list is because, well, you may get a few scrapes on your knees and maybe a broken fucking pelvis. However, I don't think the impact will affect you that much due to your fucking 5-foot layer of blubber absorbing all of the impact. Now after you get a little love tap from the car, you need to start writhing on the ground like an epileptic kid who just watched the Monty Python and the Holy Grail opening, while at the same time acting like you're in as much pain as you would be if a sewing needle pierced your eardrum and somebody ripped out your urethra with a fishhook. Then ask for their insurance company, and there you go, you just made an instant 50k. Now because I don't want to give away any more info on what happened between me and a family of 5 on September 27, 2018, let's move on to number 7. Coming in at number 7, we're going to have performing an armed robbery, preferably on a bank, and also preferably on a Wells Fargo, cause fuck Wells Fargo. For this method, you're going to need a weapon, and preferably a firearm because you're not robbing the Riverwood Trader on Skyrim The Elder Scrolls V.
The Riverwood Trader is everything you need in a general store.
The next thing you'll need for this tactic is an escape plan. Now, if you're watching this video, you probably have hypoglycemia so bad that you'll drop to the ground just by simply walking out of your car. So make sure you digest 4 pixie sticks before you leave, and keep a couple on you for the road. Hold up, wait, side note, people with hypoglycemia are just reverse diabetics. Now when you get to the bank, you could aim your gun at the hollow shell of a human running the register, and say a classic catchphrase like, "Put the money in the bag." However, this simply wouldn't work because you're likely too socially challenged and will somehow mess that up. Also, the employee won't understand because their mental capacity is so small that basic human speech is as hard to understand as Aztec ruins. I know this because they work at Wells Fargo. And also, you can't afford a bag. So instead, be a Giga Chad and walk into the bank, deck the Wells Fargo pig shitter as it is deserved, not even to contribute to the robbery, just because they contribute to Wells Fargo and get the money yourself. Now, I know what you're saying. How can I one-punch the employee when my dick is the size of the plank length? And well, it's not that you're strong, so don't get your fucking hopes up. It's that the Wells Fargo swine is so weak that they're built like the chocolate grandma from SpongeBob. Now after you grab the money, go back to your greasy shit sweeper that you call home, and be happy that you not only got a lot of cash, but also brought despair and anguish to a Wells Fargo. Now without wasting any more precious time on that crusty yellow cum stain that some people call Wells Fargo, let's move on to number 6. Coming in at number 6, we have invest in the stock market. Now that I think about it, it's probably not a good idea now due to the stock market being more fucked than Riley Reid on a Saturday shoot. If you invest in the stock market this or next year, it's safe to say that Papa Capitalism will spread your ass cheeks and fuck you with an immense amount of debt. As we move on to number 5, it's time to test your luck. Are you lucky or are you fucky? Well, we'll see. Number 5 is going to be gambling. Now, gambling may sound bad, but let me tell you, it is a thrill. If you ever get the chance to gamble, just take it. You may lose a shit ton of money, but you may gain a shit ton of money. Who knows? I have a problem. Gamble your casino chips. Gamble your CSGO skins you've been saving up, you fat tub of lard. Gamble your cash on a race that you won't win, but you could use the exercise. Gamble your left nut. The possibilities are endless. Though it may leave you a broken man with a fuckload of debt owed to the mafia, think of all the fun memories you'll have on the way. Anyways, let's move on to number 4. Coming in at number 4, we have trading, and I'm talking on some Settlers of Catan type shit. In the words of Dwight Schrute, he started with a thumbtack and worked his way up to a telescope, and it's safe to say if you trade that 4-foot long bad dragon dildo with a functional sperm pump, you'll get some pretty mean prizes. Now let's move on to number 3. At number 3, it's become a SoundCloud rapper. Some would argue that this takes talent, which you clearly don't have. However, I beg to differ. With people like Lil Pump and Smoke Perp being near the top, it's safe to say that you could be next up. All it'll take is GarageBand and a little self-promoting, and there you go. You've made it to the top of the rap game. Now let's check in on how your new drop is going.
Moonlight, spotlight, I don't even really want a spotlight, but they really put me in the limelight, now I'm running in and want a spotlight, and I got that, new pipe, what I wanna do with this new pipe, got a Desert Eagle and it's Fortnite, play it like it's Fortnite, yeah, in the moonlight, in the spotlight, I don't really want the limelight. Niggas put me in the motherfucking limelight. Niggas put me in the motherfucking limelight. You can move me out the motherfucking limelight, cause I really wanna blow pipes. Like yeah, like yeah. Lil Perp really go, yeah. Like yeah, like yeah. Lil Perp really go, yeah.
Well, now that my eardrums have fucking ruptured with the force of the St. Helen eruption, we can move on to number 2. And number 2, we have scamming. Make fake software that steals credit cards. Sell something on eBay that isn't actually what it is. Say you're gonna pay somebody back, then don't. Really, the amount of things you can do with this tactic are unbelievable. Let's take a look at this happy customer.
And what gun do you have? What gun do you have to offer? Like a modded, like any kind of like
I don't
130?
have one. That was my last gun. My brother got scammed for his whole inventory.
Scanner gets scammed. That's what you get for trying to scam. Oh my god, I can't give it back. You're an actual scammer. Listen, kid.
No,
I'm sorry.
Please, my brother's gonna beat me up, please.
Alright, Sensei, I'll give you your stuff back. I'll give you your gravedigger back. Here, come pick it up. Come pick up the gravedigger. Your dumbass thought you're not getting shit back.
Now that's what I like to see. Without any further ado, let's move on to number 1. Now coming in at number 1, last but not least, we have become a YouTuber. And well, that's why I'm here. Now if you'll excuse me, I have a bag to chase.